Well, good morning, and today's jaywalk comes from the legendary Brands Hatch circuit in Kent for the British GT Championships, which is going to be the championship decider apparently. Good supporting program of Ginetta and GB3 and GB4 races, and I've managed to get my optimum position on the south bank where I can see Paddock Hill Bend, Hill Bend right in front of me, and simply by looking out of the window of the van I can see the run up to Druids and the exit from Druids. I can't quite see the apex of Druids, but that's okay. I think I might go and do the pit walk at 9 o'clock. Last time I did it, it was dominated by Valentino Rossi fans, but he's not in this formula, so it should be a bit less unidimensional. There was also a massive queue, and I'm not seeing it building up at the moment, but I might just wander up there. So it's a chilly late September day, and in the words of the song, I should be getting back to school, but obviously I don't go to school anymore. I'm just looking at the top of Druids there, and it looks to me as though they've added a bit of an escape track there. I would assume that's outside of track limits, but perhaps reduces the number of races being stopped because people get stuck in the gravel.
We both here yesterday. Quite a day.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Well, if you can tell me something, is that a new sort of apron added to Druids there?
They've cut back the gravel, so the motorbikes, I think it was.
Ah, okay. So track limits are still the inside white line, but I guess it stops so many races.
I think the outside bits for penalty laps, for like motorbikes and stuff like that.
Ah, okay. Alright, thank you. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Penalty lap. So motorbikes have some system of penalty laps where you've got to do a lap that's slightly longer than the norm. Okay, we shall see. No, we won't, because there's no motorbikes today. We won't see at all. I misled you there. So the challenge on motor racing circuits is how to avoid eating crap all day. Fried food, chips. That kind of stuff. And I've got the van with me, and I've got the fridge working. So I might walk up to the shops up in West Kings down there and see if I can pick myself something up for lunch that's not going to be disgustingly unhealthy. But we shall see. So yeah, bike racing is definitely a thing here. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Brands Hatch, it is one of the world's great motor racing circuits, and in its day one of the world's great Formula 1 circuits, though it was deemed, I think in the age of Bernie Ecclestone, it was deemed that the facilities were not quite up to scratch. And if we go on a circuit walk later, we'll see why. But it is a fabulous circuit, and they're using the whole of the Grand Prix circuit here, as they do for all the GT events. And it's a fine and cracking thing. That's quite a good spectator option, to go across that little bridge and be on the inside of Druids. So Brands is set in the chalk hills of North Kent, and its most striking feature is the elevation changes. I don't know if this shows up on the camera, but there's a big dip down there, and you come up the hill to Druids and then back down the hill. And the first corner on this circuit, Paddock Hill Bend, which we see in front of us, is one of the most challenging corners in motorsport because it falls away. Not just in terms of elevation, but the actual camber of the track. So as you hurl yourself into it, coming towards us, the track falls away to your left as well as falls away in front of you. Hence the reason for the vast gravel runoff area. And then when you come down to the bottom of the hill, the car suddenly goes heavy and grips up as the weight of it compresses the tyres onto the surface, and you suddenly get more grip. Hopefully. Unless it's damp. Now I don't think it's going to rain today. The original forecast was for torrential rain, but I just looked at the weather radar and it looks like it's going to be okay actually. If there is any rain, it probably won't be till about 5 or 6 o'clock, by which time they're pretty much done anyway. But it's kind of cold and damp. It's definitely not really much of a queue for the pit walk, so I think let's take a detour through the paddock. We'll go there in more detail later, but just for the moment, let's see what's in the paddock. There's the restaurant if you're into the full English cholesterol fest, which I am no longer able to enjoy more than maybe once a month if I'm lucky, and I had one last weekend, so I'm going to forego the dubious joys of great cholesterol fest. It is the full English breakfast, which really nobody in England actually eats every day at all. At least nobody that I know. And you wouldn't really, would you? It will kill you. Okay, what have we got here today? Race tune quad bike. So I come to a lot of the GT events here at Brands, and I like it. It's good racing, good supporting races. A lot of fun. Nice circuit. It's fairly easily walkable compared to the Nürburgring where we were back in June, which is vast. This is much more handleable. Pretty car, Mr. Coco. Name the movie. Okay, I don't think the no entry signs are meant for us. And another collection of pretty cars.
Are we not looking at the car? Yeah, we're going round that.
Gt3's converted.
Yeah, we've got one there at the minute. We're just planning out. Right. Check yours. You don't know if there's...
Okay, the queue is building up to the thing, so I'm going to go through the thing, out the thing, up the thing and onto the thing. Okay, so this is a closer view of Paddock Hill Bend. There's the motorhome over on the south bank. Stupid early this morning, so as to be sure of getting my optimum spot. I got here at 7:10 and there were still half a dozen cars in front of me, but that's okay. I got in, got to where I want to be. Okay, this is the queue for the pit walk. Okay, we're in race control courtesy of a good friend who's been very kind and brought me up here. He's a race official. That's all the cameras, computers, safety car people, stewards, marshals and everything. Unbelievable, all done by volunteers. Brilliant, thank you. Super lucky boys. We get to go. What's this box for?
It's the starters box.
Oh, right, okay.
And we've got a checker flag from here.
Right.
Any signalling flags. So if there's been a naughty boy, we've got the numbers down there. And the warning flags.
Okay.
And this is where we start the race from.
Right.
Red to off, or we can do red to green, depending on what the clerks want. We can also abort, so I've got the yellow lights which will go on there. So you can go red, off, you can go red to green, off, red, abort, and off.
And who judges whether someone's made a false start?
We do have a couple of judges. Also, it's down to myself and Chief Flag John, because we're looking as well. But there are a couple of judges that live up one of the rooms up at the back that have got an overall view of the grid, and they can see the lights and they can see if somebody false starts. F1 normally have transponders in that they can see, like, I think it's that much if they go like that.
Right.
And we have the GPS monitors, so we can see exactly where any car is at any time.
And what's the 999?
That's just the TSL test transponder, so they're probably just doing a test out on the back loop somewhere.
Okay. I'd never realised how close. These houses?
Yeah, so
wow.
You can see the track is there, the houses are there,
sure. Wow.
And that's the M2. Would that be?
The M2 or the 20?
I think it's not the M20, in fairness, I don't know. But yes, it is, as you can see, quite close out to the village.
Wow, yeah.
The main paddock, and then the Grand Prix paddock, which is just behind where we are now, behind the garages. And all our different bits of paperwork, timetables and stuff like that. And then invariably what we watch during the race would be those screens, so we can see the timing, we can see the GPS as well, and that's the main timing. That's a scroll screen, so when one goes through it scrolls up. Any warning flags that go out come out here as well, and that's all the TSL tests from today.
TSL time signal lights.
Timing system limited.
Okay.
I believe is.
And how accurate is the GPS?
Fairly accurate, except for yesterday with one of the GT cars, that their transponder was a bit naff, and it ended up in the middle of the village. I've actually got a picture on the phone though. But yes, so from screen 8. It was actually over here at one point,
right?
And at one point it went over here, but it obviously was still on track, but the signal had gone. You can see the timing people now coming round, just doing their test, and they'll be talking on radio to timekeepers upstairs, just to see if all their sectors are working, to see if the GPS is true.
Because I'm involved in an ongoing discussion about the accuracy of GPS of things like the speedo on the Waze app compared to your car speedos.
I think this is probably within a couple of meters.
Wow, okay. That's what they call selective availability.
Yeah,
they turn off if there's a wall.
But they've got sensors all around the track. I mean, halfway along the pit lane, there's a couple of sensors, so they can see exactly where the cars are by all these sensors that are everywhere around the track. So obviously you're not going to get exactly the same on the M40 sort of thing, but it can't be that far away really.
No, not really.
I think if you put Google Maps on, you get the blue circle, it sort of closes in as your signal gets better, so probably within 5 yards.
Wow.
You know, on a motorway, or 5 meters I suppose you say.
As long as there's not a wall.
Yeah, and then somebody shoots out a satellite somewhere. And from this we can do a full F1 type countdown. I could literally set a time here for the green flag, press auto sequence start, and it just do it all automatically. Okay. Or we can do the F1 type lights. Where we get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Have you actually put? Are they actually on? Oh yeah, there.
So just do that again so you can see the lights if you wish. Yeah, so we can do that. That's my bag just on the floor. There you go.
Brilliant.
And that's the way the F1 starts. Easy peasy.
Right, what a treat. Thank you so much, my friend. When you come to Warwick, well, that was a treat, wasn't it? Blimey. So mercifully, there's no bloody Valentino Rossi here this time, dominating the entire shebang. So look, Tunnocks Teacake.
I have another one last boy. Thank you. I have another one to go. I come to racing for a race.
Is that the driver's diet?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Is that how you keep your figure? That's how I keep mine.
Make you go fast. There you go, bud.
Someone smashed your snowball, mate.
Yeah, go for it. Or pass that
It's almost slightly
That's
rude.
not a euphemism.
Sounds a wee bit rude. Would you like your smashed snowball?
God bless you, sir.
No problem at all.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Good luck. Have a good day.
Want one of these?
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Bless you. Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
Yeah, this is a much more chilled vibe than the day that the Rossi frenzy was in full flow. I'll see if I can dig out a piece of film that I took of that. Sorry.
You can ask him for one. There you go.
Well, that was really interesting little tour from Roy, who is the Deputy Flag Marshal today. It was really worth doing. He came and found me in the queuing and invited me to the, well, you saw. Brilliant. Good hat.
Difficult to pick up your gloves on, there you go.
I'm a bit old, I know.
Never say old, never.
I'm just looking at that young lad there.
Hi.
Just boys, this is amazing.
probably closer in age than you imagine, but he's youngster still. A bit younger.
What do you have to do to get to driving this Formula? What do you come up through?
I did single seaters and then raced in Europe doing GTs.
Okay.
And then moved into British GT after that. So done a bit of racing.
Well, good luck. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Nah, he's a kid.
Enjoy the race.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Can't believe we're nearly out of drinks.
You buy your own merch because we get confused.
Sorry.
Mic on this GoPro is quite good with low frequencies, so that should be quite an interesting piece of field recording. Inside the cockpit? In that case, can I see inside the cockpit? Thank you, sir, that's kind of you. Yeah, no real concessions to comfort in here, are there? Wow. I'm not even going to attempt to get get into it, I'm too creaky. Thank you, sir. That's kind of you. Thank you.
All right. You all right, mate?
Well, we've pushed our luck today, haven't we? We've been up in the Marshalls Point. We've been in the starting box on the start-finish line. We poked our camera into the cockpit of the Mercedes AMG Gt3, whatever it was, Gt3 Evo. The Gt3 is the faster, more powerful of the two formulas. We've spoken to some extremely young drivers. And I'm thinking, for a special treat, I might have a bacon sandwich or bacon roll or something like that. I mean, it is Sunday morning, and I'm not going to have the full English. But yeah, what a fab start to the day. Brilliant. Okay, so my mate, who is the flag officer here, just told me that those kids probably start out at the age of sort of 13 or something in karting, and then there's one on the grid who's 16 years old who's driving one of the Mercedes. He came up through the Ginetta class, which is a one make class that was intended to be affordable motorsport, but it's not a poor man's sport at all, this. And he said by the age of 16 they've got full international license to drive one of these incredibly powerful cars, but they can't drive a road car. They're considered too young to drive a car on the road. Amazing, really. But there we are. Okay, let's have a look back down the start-finish straight. It's not really straight, it curves all the way. And now this is, if you could take all the people out of this scene, this is the driver's eye view of the approach to Paddock Hill Bend. So you've made your way over to this side of the circuit. See, there's a braking marker boards. That's 200 metres. Let's put another one there, 300, and then there's 100 metres there. So you pick your braking point, trying not to put a wheel on the grass. And then you pick your turn-in point. You have to be aware of cars coming out of the pits. Car coming out of the pits cannot cross to this side of this white line until they've reached that line at the end there. So you're coming out here, and you pick your turn-in point.
Where's that? Oh, on Paddock Hill. How far down?
Let's just see if I can walk down the hill a bit, and you can see the road drops away from you, not only downhill but left to right. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
This is cheeky, I know, but I do a video, a YouTube blog. Do you mind if I just walk down a little
sorry,
bit?
mate. Not at all.
Okay. All right.
No, they've got vehicles coming around.
No problem. I know it was cheeky.
Oh, all right, sorry.
All right, man, thanks.
All right.
Worth a try. But I really have pushed my luck this morning, haven't I? Okay. Back to the van. still there? Yes, it's still there. Bacon sandwich, cup of tea. Try and warm up a bit. It's bloody Taters. First race off in about 20 minutes. Oh no, it's not. I think it's a warm up first. Okay, we're incredibly lucky to find an example of one of the rarest formulas of motorsport. This is the Formula One Quad Bike Championship, and you can see the aerodynamics on the front of it, just to really keep the front under control in very bad conditions. Excellent. I don't think they're racing here today, but we are lucky just to find one in the paddock.
Paddock Hill Bend, Isaac Phelps